What's going on, guys? Elijah here. Last night wasn't able to upload because I had something important I had to deal with. So it's the morning now, and I figured you're going to get two today. I'll upload one this morning and then another one later today. So what I want to talk about right now is marketing. Marketing is essential to any business, especially if you're in social media marketing, but regardless of what business you're in, you're going to need marketing. So what are the best platforms and how should you go about that? Well, a lot of people today will immediately go to Facebook, and I think that's a good start. I think that's a really good start. There's a ton of issues in Facebook, especially if you're doing it on a big scale. So you have to keep that in mind. And I think there's probably better platforms to scale with. That said, if you find something that works, you should stick with it. Facebook support is pretty okay, so they can clear up the issues for you, but you're going to run into issues with them, guaranteed. I don't know anyone that's been doing Facebook marketing for a year or more that hasn't run into issues with Facebook. These issues are issues like ads being rejected, being shut down randomly. Uh, Somebody reports the ad and then boom, it's gone, even though it had nothing wrong at all. These kind of issues do happen with Facebook, and they're constant issues. Sometimes you upload, just put out a brand new ad, and then they're like, nope, you got to wait a week. So these kind of things happen. However, it is pretty powerful to market on Facebook because you're reaching an audience that is huge. So many people use Facebook. Everyone uses Facebook. Um, it's something that should be done, right? You should market on Facebook, but you shouldn't stick with it. You should move on to places like Google. You should move on to YouTube. And the reason I believe you should do that is because the market is changing, constantly changing. And if you're stuck using a source that is unreliable, you're going to get beaten by your competition that's using YouTube, for example. And YouTube is trending a lot right now. It doesn't mean it's the best source out there, but it just means that right now there's a lot you can take advantage of there. So if you have good video ads, most likely they're going to do better than the Facebook ads. That's my take on it as of now, and I'm going to update you as I do more marketing. Right now, my primary source of marketing is Facebook, okay? But it doesn't mean that YouTube and Google won't be in the future. The reason Facebook is my primary source is just because how simple it is. You can target really easily, and I know I can find the audience I need there. However, as I expand out, as I make more videos, as they get better, as we make better targeted Google ads, that could change. And I'm going to keep you updated as it does, as I believe it will, because our cost per lead is going to go down and further as we get better and better at it. So I'm going to keep you updated with it. Those are the sources you should start with: Facebook, Google, and YouTube. And you should start with Facebook. But if you have been doing it for a little while, move on to Google and YouTube. Okay, and if you want to know more how to set up an ad, let me know and I'll walk you right through it. I'll walk you through everything. Walk you through everything on Facebook. I'll walk you through everything on Google. I'll walk you through everything on YouTube. So if you want to see that, just let me know and I'll upload a video with that. Just comment below. And then in terms of the actual marketing itself, I'm going to give you some pros and cons with each. With Facebook, the biggest pro is it's tested. It's been tested for a long time. The audience just works. Facebook has so much unnecessary information on you that you can target extremely well. You just have to know the audience you're trying to reach. And if you know some of their interests, like some specific interests that might be niche, other people don't know about, that's going to set you apart as well. And I'll talk in another video about how to find that as well if we go into the full tutorials on this. If you're looking at Google, you need to know what kind of ad you're targeting. Okay, do you want a lead conversion campaign or do you want an audience growth campaign? Google is really good at audience growth, and if you're trying to build a YouTube channel, a Google ad does work really well, and I'm going to be doing that for this channel in the future as well. So that's one thing you can do. However, the front page Google ads for things like insurance or real estate, you can compare it to Facebook and test it for yourself. The cost per lead is a little bit cheaper on Facebook from what I've experienced so far. However, the quality might be a little bit higher on Google, especially for real estate, and it does depend on your industry. So that's the thing. You're based on your industry, you're going to have to do testing and figure out which is better. But in my experience so far, Google was better for real estate, and Facebook was better for insurance. That could all change. These are these are the platforms you want to use, right? Google, to me, really has been best at growing things like YouTube channels, someone's website. That's what Google is going to thrive in right now. And then going to YouTube, that last source, that's best for your any ads right now. Any good ad that you put out there, it's going to generate you more revenue. So if you want a lead conversion campaign, you can do that. If you want a like a growth campaign, you can do that as well. And YouTube is great at that. So keep that in mind. YouTube right now is the king. Used to be Facebook, right now it's YouTube. And that's just because there's not as many people using it. However, it's trending, right? So because it's trending, everyone's going to hop on that bandwagon, and then you're going to see that it's not as good in the future. But right now, while it's trending, it doesn't matter that it's trending. You can still get on that bandwagon, and you can make a lot of money with it. And it's not like something that's going to be dead in the next year or so either. It's going to be here for a long time. It's just that people are waking up to that fact that it's like what Facebook was a few years ago, YouTube is still now. So will YouTube be that way in 5 years from now? I don't know. But right now, it's the best source. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you need help setting up ads, if you need help creating ads, you want to know how to set up a campaign to grow your page, to grow your insurance business, your real estate business, whatever it may be, let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.